All right, I hope you're well, and let's get into it. So, price has been quite bullish the previous days or the past 2 weeks, and we started getting small bodied candlesticks, meaning that price is losing volume and there might be a retracement or a range that's about to happen for a while before price pushes higher. Okay, so we need to take advantage of what we have now before we prepare to buy more. All right, so from last week, price created a high, which we have highlighted here as weekly high, and price created a low, this low, before it shot up. As expecting price to consolidate, from our own theory, we're expecting price to drop all the way to this low, which was the last low that it made. So it made sense for price to come and retrace this area. So now we want to see if price is actually creating a range around this area before it either pushes higher, or price could range for a little bit in this area before it drops a little bit more. We could get a range into this area before it drops a little bit more, ranges a bit, and then pushes higher. All right, so as long as price is showing some sort of a rejection at this low, we are looking for buys. And when we look at order blocks, right, let's go on our 15-minute time frame. All right, so this is the last bullish candlestick before price pushed lower. All right, so before price rejected last Friday, that was the last bullish candlestick, and then we had price created a reversal. So that becomes our order block. And we are looking at the 15-minute time frame because the reversal was a little bit more significant on the 1-hour time frame. It wasn't that much of a reversal. Okay, so that is now our order block. And then what we had yesterday, we had price sort of retest our low of the order block, and it ranged for a while. So this was a good enough entry for you to target the low. All right, but that's already finished. So now we need to look for another area that price could come back and retest for it to push lower and continue with the range. Okay, so during London session today, we had price create a high. All right, so from here, we can expect price to range. All right, let's go on the 1-hour time frame. We can expect price to do some sort of a range back here. It could even range a little bit, push to the high, range, push lower again, even all the way back, and range a little bit more, and then do whatever it needs to do. So price is going to play around these 2 points. But what I want you to understand is, as long as price is respecting this high, all right, so when price reaches this high and this high, we can expect to sell. So whenever there is a candlestick signal that's telling us to sell, we can expect to sell on these areas. However, if we get a strong bullish candlestick that pushes through these 2 points and closes above, I would not want to sell. All right, yes, the best place to sell is down here, but let's say you miss that and you're looking to have an impulse entry on a bullish breakout. All right, so you would want price to close above this high for it to continue going higher. If it's showing you strong selling signals above this high and this high, then we are expecting price to range a bit more. All right, so this tells us that then this area that we have, this weak fill area that we have, becomes our stop loss hand area. So they will get price into these areas to take out stop losses for it to push lower. All right, so we're saying this will happen whenever a range is being created. That's how you can notice a range is being created in this moment. All right, so you're expecting to see a possibility of where we can have a range. We had a fall, we had a rise, so we can expect price to give us some candlestick movement around this area. And when you look above, there's no candlestick formations in this area, so we can also expect price to give us wicks in this area. That's how they take out those stop losses. That's how they induce buyers when they're actually trying to push price lower. All right, so we have it above, we just have to wait and see what we can get below. All right, so price will give us something around these areas. Okay, yes, and it's even better because it's even perfect because the daily candle looks like it's closing back into the daily range. As you get, all right, let's go into the daily time frame. If we go on the daily time frame, right, if we go on to the daily time frame, and if you look at this candlestick, if price closes inside the range of these candlesticks, then we have a higher chance of price actually ranging above this area. If it had pushed lower and it closes below, then it's telling us that price has strong bearish movements and price can push lower, but it didn't. It pulled back. So the moment it pulls back, that means price could open and then push higher back to those levels and then come down. It now can happen either way. It can easily fall tomorrow, or it